Go to Western Massachusetts. Amherst, you're on the air.
Yes, I'd like to first thank C-SPAN for letting me have the opportunity to speak. And I'd just like to let you know that it's so refreshing to hear someone speak to reality. Just listening to ABC, CBS, NBC, and the rest of the stations, you get absolutely nothing. And Mr. Sanders, I support you 100%. The question that I wanted to ask you is that there's an old Marxian concept which I think you might be familiar with. It goes something like this: those who are not in control of the mental means of production are subject to it. And I think you're exactly right when you look at the corporate interest behind ABC, CBS, NBC, and a lot of the other establishment news organizations. And I just wish you could just elaborate a little bit more on that. But I just support you so much, and it's so nice to hear someone speaking to reality. Thank you.
Thank you very much. But let me touch on this subject because, again, it's an issue that I think does not get the type of discussion, certainly on commercial television, needless to say, that it should. What is television about on the networks? Let's think about it for a moment. I think no one denies, certainly not the networks themselves, that their function is to make as much money as they can. Now, you stop for a moment and you turn on the television, you're constantly bombarded with 30-second ads. You talk to teachers and you say, what does this do to the attention span of the kids? The kids watch television 40, 50 hours a week. What it means is that kids are losing the ability to concentrate because they're constantly being interrupted by moronic ads. We have talking toilet seats and talking kittens and so forth and so on. Your programs are primarily built around the ads themselves. They're built to end at a certain climatic moment, and you flip into the 30-second commercial. Television, some people think that television is a hopeless technology, that it can't be reformed. I disagree with that. I think that television has extraordinary potential, but I think that just as we are beginning as a nation to stand up to the polluters who pollute our air and our water and our earth, I think we've got to stand up and say to the television networks, you are transmitting your television via the public airwaves, and you have certain responsibilities. You have got to help educate the people about what's going on. You've got to let political parties and people discuss their points of view. And you can't just use those airwaves to make as much money as possible for yourself. That's an issue that has not been debated anywhere near as seriously as it should, even with a public television network. For example, just look at the PBS. How many progressive programs are there on the PBS? You have the right-wing programs from National Review on. You have the mobile oil programs. How many programs come from a left point of view, which reflect the needs of working people and poor people? Virtually none. So even the PBS, which is ostensibly the public station, is dominated by corporate power.